In this 9th Age battle, the clash is a frontline clash, where the two opposing battles will be fighting to secure the two targets, statues, and points of enormous worth for both elven armies. The Sylvan Elves are deploying second, after the High Elves have dropped their eagle, and the Sky Sloop comes as the second drop for the Highborn Elves. After seeing only the eagle and the archers on the fields, in the far fields of corn dropped on the Sylvan side, the Highborn Elves choose to drop everything. They have their large horde of white lions behind the wall with the Queen's companion, the Queen's archers, the Mage on a dragon and the Sky Sloop, and the Lord Sea Guards and Sylvan Elves, and a Sea Guard Reaper on both flanks. The Sylvan Elves deployed in their corner with their magical forest, up against a large white lion block and the Magician on a dragon. Here are their chosen spells. The Sylvan Elf player is back to using cosmology instead of shamanism. There's a Queen's companion character in the High Elf army here, along with the Lord Sea Guards. They'll be going for their objective right here, it looks like. And the Highborn Elves start the first turn. The Highborn Elf Mage has chosen these spells, in addition to the hereditary spell, which brings back wounds on killed High Elves in the phase in which they die. The Sylvan Elves are moving up, but quite cautiously. They're staying without outside range of the Lord Sea Guards, who will have to fire at the Avatar storming up against them. The Druids charged the Mage on an High Elven dragon, and it fled. The Sylvan Elves do no wounds in the first round. They heal up the one wound that the Avatar of Nature have lost, and get Truth of Time cast on it. In their turn 2, the Highborn Elves rally their Magician on a dragon. The Highborn Elves' second turn does not go as well as the first one. They pretty much only shoot down one Druid and one wound of the Avatar of Nature, but they get off the hereditary spell. The hereditary spell is what saved one wound off the dragon from poison shots in the last turn. Now turn 2 for the Sylvan Elves. The Avatar of Nature is charging the Lord Sea Guards, who have a flaming standard, however. All the bolt throwers, Sea Guard and Sky Sloop have been firing at the Avatar of Nature. Still has 5 wounds left. The Sylvan Elves move up again, full speed ahead this time. They do 2 wounds to the dragon with poison shooting and with archers. There is Ice and Fire cast with great chaos onto the Queen's guards. They lose 5 bowmen, and the Avatar of Nature charges the flaming standarded Sea Guards. They do 1 wound to it. It's down to 2 wounds because the High Elf player chose to use Binding Scroll on Summer's Growth and dispelled Touch the Heart. So the Tremann is down to 2 wounds, kills 5 Sea Guards, and wins combat, but nothing else. Turn 3 for Highborn Elves. The Druids are Sylvan Spirits. They're fearless, So they are not very much affected by the dragon charging into them. They lose 2 wounds on the Dried Matriarch who has Divination. The dragon first ponders whether to kill the Matriarch with Druidism, but after losing 2 wounds from Lethal Strike, the dragon goes for the Dried Matriarch, which gives Lethal Strike to the Dryades. They do 2 wounds to the dragon, it's down to 2 left, and the Dryades lose the combat, but stand on steadfast. The Divination Mage was lucky to save a couple of ward saves, and the Avatar of Nature, on the other hand, got charged by the Sky Sloop, but it lost no wounds to the impact hits.
It saved 4
ward saves from 6 impact hits, and however the Sea Guards took 1 wound, so the Avatar is down to 1 wound. This is a thriller of a battle. Strategics all over the place. The Blade Dancer here was shot down to 1 single model, but it can run and hide behind the mountain now. Will it be brave? The Dryades lose their 2 mages, the 2 Dried Matriarchs, which went into battle to kill the dragon single-handedly, reduced it down to 1 wound, but the dragon killed them both in this round, with help from the mage. The Avatar of Nature, however, is down to 1 wound again, after getting healed with Summer's Growth. It's routed the Sea Guards and turned towards the Sky Sloop. The Dryades are the only other battle here, and here you have the advancing horde of Sylvan Elves. Chaos everywhere. They shot down 4 Queen's Guards or so with poison arrows, and the archer shot down 1 Silver Elm. Now, the Highborn Elves in turn 4 may do some desperate actions.
Lionguards are charged as Spearmen.
They're charging the Spearmen. Alright. The Lion Guards manage to catch the fleeing forest guards. They fled only 4 inches, and the White Lions catch them. So they're into the midst of the battle now. They're in the heat.
The dragon almost kills the Dryades, but they remain steadfast with exactly 5 models. The Avatar
Killed the Sky Sloop.
killed the Sky Sloop, while the Sea Guard Reavers rallied. And the High Elf shooting, as usual, does nothing.
The Avatar of Nature falls to stand and shoot as it tries to charge the Northern Sea Guards in its turn, Sylvan turn 4. The Dryades actually broke. We found out that the dragon could reroll flaming attacks since they'd put the attribute from Alchemy on the Dryades. It did not chase them down because they ran 12 inches from the dragon's 11 chase. Now it's turn 4 for the Sylvan Elves, however, and they are very aggressive on this side of the field. Most of the scoring units all over the battle are falling, but it looks like the Highborn Elves have secured their objective on this side if they can come back. Now it'll be a turn of charges for the Sylvan Elves. So. Okay, we've just conferred with all the rules teams on Wikipedia and on Mage's forum, on all the Facebook groups we're involved in. We've asked each other time and time again around the table. We have an assistant to look up the rules, and we found out the stumps do not get flaming attacks. So the Dryad is back, they're still steadfast, and the battle is still on. Sorry about the break.
You should have had flaming.
These Blade Dancers charge the dragon, and the other Blade Dancers charge the Queen's archers. The Dryad actually stands in its own turn on a leadership of 5 against the dragon. That's the Dryad Matriarch without any attributes left. This is now into turn 5 for the Highborn Elves. The Eagle runs up to chaff, and the Silver Elves move just to the side, maneuvering, as the White Lions charge the one Blade Answer, which is up from behind the mountain to chaff them. The Mage Dragon still stands against the Dryad Matriarch, which just has 1 wound left, and it manages the leadership of 7. This is turn 5 for the Highborn Elves. They killed the one Blade Answer, which did 2 wounds in return, and they've chaffed up the Sylvan Elves pretty good. The Blade Answers charge into the White Lions. They kill 10, but all 6 Blade Answers die, and the White Lions reform. The Blade Answers here kill an Eagle, and the Sylvan Sentinels shoot down the High Elf BSB, as well as the Eagle chaffing the White Silver Elves. The dragon now kills the Dryad Matriarch. The dragon survived the last couple of rounds of shooting. It had added a 2+ armor save. The Sylvan Elf player just regrets that he forgot that he had a binding scroll, because the Highborn Elves pulled through with a large victory here. They lost almost nothing, have the dragon down to 1 wound, which is just perfect use of resources. And the Silver Elves were outplayed on the flank they tried to take.